Well, as reporters, there are always stories that stick with you for one reason or another. They may make your heart break or your soul soar. And this week, we want to look back at some of our reporters' favorites of the past year. Now, the beauty of farmers markets is that many of those that sell their produce started off as just a backyard gardener. During the summer, our Lisa Hines got up early on a Saturday morning to follow one such gardener around in the first of our 2005 favorites.
Being a gardener was not something Darrell Barton set out to do. It just kind of happened.
My wife started gardening fairly seriously while I was traveling, and I really didn't get involved in it, but for some reason about 3 years ago I started, I don't know, maybe it's hereditary or something, maybe I got it from somebody else. I come from a family of farmers. I got interested in it and started doing it fairly seriously, and I don't know, just the idea of seeing something come up was fun.
Now his garden was so large, he had to find a way to get rid of all that produce.
But I think my motto in life has always been nothing in moderation. So 2 years ago, we had a lot of stuff here. We were really having trouble giving it away, and I've got the old truck out there, and I painted up a sign one afternoon, and I didn't have anything to do. It said home-grown vegetables, G-R-O-A-D, and I put on my bib overalls and my straw hat, and I drove down here on the highway and sold $18 worth of vegetables, and I thought, this is kind of fun.
But his wife had a better idea.
So Marilyn said, why don't you try the market?
So in the wee hours of the morning, Darrell loads his vegetables for a trip to the Edmond Farmers Market. In a truck older than almost everyone.
I love the farmers market. I like I like dealing with the people. I like talking to the people. I like my neighbors at the market. People come by, they tell me their stories. They tell me how their grandparents grew the garden like we grow a garden. They tell me their life stories. It's kind of a throwback to another time.
And here at the market, it's all about presentation.
How you doing?
Salesmanship.
You ready to cook some beans?
And even a gimmick like Darrell's vintage truck doesn't hurt.
I tell people, if you don't like it, bring me the cobs back next week and I'll buy them from you.
Well, Lisa Hines joins me now here in studio. So Lisa, why did you choose Darrell to do this story?
Well, the name of his place really caught my attention, and I thought that would be a fun story to do. The name of his place is called Dead Coyote Hill Farm.
So Dead Coyote Hill Farm, there's got to be a story behind that.
There is. According to Darrell, when they bought the place, there was a dead coyote on the hill that they wanted to build their house. So they started calling it Dead Coyote Hill, and the name just stuck.
Okay. Now, in doing this story, you also learned there's a whole other side of Mr. Barton that not many people know of.
That's right, Rob. He's a 3-time Emmy-winning photojournalist, and I had a chance to sit down with him and talk about his experiences amongst the sounds of his garden.
Well, the obvious thing that keeps my interest in photography is just simply I like pictures. I like looking through the viewfinder. I like seeing people. I'm also a journalist, and I didn't start out to be a journalist, but I'm also a journalist, so I like the story. I'll tell you about my first day in the business when I was in local TV, when I really thought I was hired at a television station in Wichita, Kansas, and we got a call that there was a train derailment, and there were I got out there and there's train cars laying on their side and there's fires burning. I climbed up on the side of a boxcar and I was taking pictures, and something blew up in the boxcar next to me, and it blew me off the boxcar, and I landed in the water, and I stood up and I thought, damn, this is fun. Boy, and I loved it. I like the people in this business. I like the camaraderie. When I went back to Iraq the last time, somebody said, why do you do this? You're an old man. Why are you going back? And I thought about it, and I wanted to, I should have said, I think it's an important story, and I think it's, it needs to be told. But the fact of the matter is I finally told the truth. I said, I like the life. I simply like the life. If I have a secret of success, I think it is because I'm willing to get dirty. And If I cover a flood, I figure you got to get wet. I'm going to take pictures the rest of my life. I'm probably going to be doing a little more farming the rest of my life. I'm going to find ways to tell stories for the rest of my life, as far as I know, until I can't do it anymore.